How's it going, everyone? When I think of nostalgia, as you can tell by my beautiful backdrop, I have always been an anime nerd. So going back to the early 90s, I still have my Pokemon cards, not for sale. And so I was a big anime nerd. It's kind of crazy to think how back then, all me and my friends that watched anime, we were nerds, we really didn't care. But when you just think of how back in the day you were kind of in a minority and you liked it, but now today, anime is almost mainstream. A lot of kids nowadays are watching My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball Z. There's new Pokemon coming out on Netflix. People are still playing Pokemon Go. So it's kind of crazy to see how the things that are the nostalgia for me, instead of over time becoming less cool, are almost becoming more cool or more acceptable. Another example of that, it's kind of weird too. It's emo music. I used to love My Chemical Romance and The Used and Escape the Fate and all these emo bands. And back in the day, they were like, "Oh, you're a scene kid," or they kind of just you kind of had your own clique or that own genre of music that you were in. But now today, emo music is actually mainstream. You think of like Panic at the Disco and Falling in Reverse and Fall Out Boy. These bands are pretty emo. You may not realize it, but they're pretty emo, and everyone loves them. They're still poppy and have the catchy lyrics, just like all the old emo bands, but now they're just more acceptable. So think about the profitability of nostalgia, because what nostalgia is the feeling of connectivity through your past. So we all strive for connectivity. It's what we kind of live for almost. That's why we're on social media. That's why we do a lot of the things we do is to feel connected. So think of how profitable nostalgia is. You got 80s night, you got 90s night, you got these bands. Def Leppard is still doing tours. You think people go to see Def Leppard because they sound just as great as they used to? No, they want that feeling of nostalgia. That's why I even go to these 10-year reunion tours of all the bands I used to love and listen to and still do listen to. Think about how social media, or not social media, but the video streaming platforms are profiting from nostalgia. They're coming out with old shows like Frasier and Friends is back on. Gilmore Girls is back on. They even came out with a new branded version of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So, as long as nostalgia is desired for connectivity and as profitable as it is, I don't think we have to worry about it going anywhere anytime soon. And I'm happy for that. I just wish it was a little cooler to like the things that I like back when I was younger. Thanks, everyone.